So what we did was we asked 3,600 investors what their return expectations were for the most important American stock return index. But we just changed the provider. So the information was the same, but somebody got it from a human, somebody from a human plus a machine, others just from a machine. And then we asked, how likely are you going to use this information for your future expectations? What we actually show is that people do not really trust AI or humans plus machine, but they're more likely to trust a human's economic prediction. So if we look at the past literature, we actually see that artificial intelligence has way more accuracy in terms of economic predictions. So if investors follow the recommendations by AI, they have a way higher performance than with humans. So we find that investors perceive the human recommendations as way more credible. However, if we actually go into depth, we see that women do trust machines way more. Similarly, Democrats trust machines way more relative to the average investor. So right now, AI advice is not really taking off because what we actually discover, that the trustworthy aspect is not really there. I really see this moving towards the future because one thing we show is that AI literacy actually creates this trust. If we look at past literature, we actually see that women receive worse advice and sometimes are discriminated against. So if you actually provide a more unbiased recommendation from a machine, women are more likely to follow that advice. We also see that men are overconfident in their own abilities, so therefore they're less likely to follow new advice. So what we also find is Democrats are more likely to follow AI-generated advice. But this comes from the fact that Democrats are more likely to believe in science relative to Republicans. So overall, our findings are pointed towards something which is called algorithm aversion. People do not really trust these algorithms. Now, one thing we did is we changed this generic AI model with something everybody knows nowadays, ChatGPT. What we did find, however, is that people trust ChatGPT significantly less because there are many problems associated with ChatGPT and they're more glaring to the average investors nowadays.